Hello, Internet! I am back on the bullshit once again, cause over the next however long this takes to do, I don't actually know, I'm going to be bringing you another hot and spicy round of collection videos, and this time it's going to be my DVD collection. I obviously don't have as many of them as I do videos, because I didn't actively collect DVDs like I did videos, but I've still got a decent amount. This is going to take a few parts, not as many as the last time. We're not generally going to have a theme going for most of these, apart from this one, where the majority of these are going to be ones that I had as a kid, or, like, watched endlessly when I was a kid, or of a certain age, like, I'd say up until about high school, with a few exceptions, but, not many of them. This is mostly going to be a throwback for me, and I should stop rambling on. We are going to get started. So, the first one we have here, I said we have some exceptions, we got one right off the bat. The Hunger Games, the worldwide phenomenon. A must-see movie for all ages, according to Robbie Collin of the Daily Telegraph. This is a Lionsgate release from, like, 2013. As you can tell by, the 12 certificate on here, this is the cut version. When this movie was originally released in the UK, it was going to be a 15, but then Lionsgate were like, oh shit, we kind of want to make money on this, don't we? And then they cut, I think there's something in the region of about 15-20 seconds to get a 12, and the 12 version was released on DVD. I think the 15 version is only on Blu-ray, but don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. And it's also a single disc, which is kind of boring, but, you know, what can you do? Next one, we've got a few American ones, first off. And the first of these is Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the Enchanted Musical Edition, from the studio that brought you Mary Poppins, and a Movie Awards participating title, but I don't think I've ever actually used Movie Awards in my life, so yeah, whatever. With Disney's Fast Play, that's the quality stuff. This is obviously a Disney release. This is from, it doesn't say, 2009 DVD release. Oh, it does say, that's helpful. And this obviously is not as good as Mary Poppins, but, you know, it's still a good and fun time. The bit where they play football is hilarious. This has a really fucking dull grey disc. I don't know why Disney did this. It's sort of void of any life whatsoever, you know? Which is a shame, because Bedknobs and Broomsticks is one of the most vibrant movies they've made, but, you know. What can you do? Next one! Oliver, never before has a boy wanted more. Winner of 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. Everybody, I mean, a lot of people on film Twitter, certainly, everybody's like, yo, what the fuck, because this came out the same year as 2001 A Space Odyssey, which was not even nominated for Best Picture, which is fucking weird, because it's an amazing movie. But this is still a fun time from what I can remember. It's a Columbia TriStar home video release. Well, it says Sony Pictures on the thing, and the packaging thing says it's from 2005, but that is obviously wrong, because if you have a look-see here, it's a double-sided disc. Have a look. Side B, side A, and the logo on this is the Columbia TriStar home video logo. And the thing, I was on the Wikipedia article for this the other day, and it said the first DVD release was in 2005, but that obviously can't be true, because, you know, this. Next one is Ice Age, which is a must-see for the whole family, according to Paul Clinton of CNN. This is a 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment release from 2004. Alright. Includes both widescreen and full-screen versions, and an actually full of life disc. I really like this movie. I haven't seen any of the other ones. Actually, I haven't seen any of them in yonks. And I haven't seen the 5th one at all. But I'm not holding my hopes up for that one, because it's apparently shit. But, you know, whatever. Next one is Gremlins for Special Edition. What you see isn't always what you get. This is a Warner Home Video release from 2007. This is a really, really good movie. It's not exactly a traditional Christmas movie, but it is a great time. I actually met the guy that's in it, Zach Galligan. He's a really nice chap. I was actually at a screening of the movie. He was did a Q&A. I asked him how he felt about the upcoming, well, then upcoming Gremlins reboot, remake, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and he seemed pretty jazzed about it. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was uploaded on YouTube, so you could probably find it by searching, like, Zach Galligan talking about Gremlins 3. Speaking of Gremlins, also got Gremlins 2, the new batch. Here they grow again! You can tell this one is old because it's got, you know, one of these fucking cases. I don't really know why Warner Brothers thought that was a good idea, but, you know, I'm not one to retroactively critique them. Oh, well, I am, but there's not really much I can do about it now. This is from 2002. This is obviously not as good as the first, but it's still a great time. It's like a lot more piss-takey than the first one, to the point where there's a bit where in the middle of in the movie, like, the film breaks or something, and then Hulk Hogan steps in. Like, oh, you fucking Gremlins, get off the bullshit real quick. Next one is Toy Story 3, one of the best films of the year according to Total Film. This is a Disney release, obviously from I think late 2010. I'm not 100% sure, it doesn't say. The perfect film does not and cannot exist, but if it did, it would probably look a lot like this, according to Phone Hackers Incorporated. And obviously, this is amazing. My personal favourite Toy Story movie, I'd honestly say, would be the second one. But this is still incredible. I'm pretty jazzed for Toy Story 4. That looks like it's going to be really fucking good. And apparently it is, according to the early reviews. Next one is 8 Below with the late Paul Walker. An amazing story of friendship inspired by a true adventure. This is another Disney release. I think most of these are Disney releases. This one, I think, is from 2007. I don't remember ever actually watching this movie. If I owned it on DVD, I probably did watch it when I was a kid, but I can't remember anything about it, and I haven't seen it since, so, you know. If you want my opinion on this movie, I'm probably not the best person to ask. Next one, High School Musical. The Encore edition, including the original and sing-along versions. This is from, I think, 2007. Oh man, I loved these movies when I was a kid. You wouldn't think it, because, you know, I was a dude. And High School Musical was probably pretty girly, but I loved all of these. I saw the third one in the cinema when it came out. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know if my recording paused there because my low battery warning just came up. Speaking of High School Musical, I've also got number 2, the extended edition. Includes never before seen music sequence. I can't remember what the name of said never before seen musical sequence is. It doesn't say. But I remember I watched this when it first aired in the States, and I think it aired in this country about a month after that. And everybody was hyped for when it was going to air, and then I was like, haha, I've already seen it, you bitch ass, and suck on that. But yeah. Disappointingly, I don't have number 3, but I do have Cars. You know, because they're totally the similar deal. Another release from 2007. Mater and the Ghostlight Shore. Can't remember what that's going on. Not so special effects. Illegally filmed from the back of a cinema with a camcorder. I've never actually encountered a pirate DVD in my life. I don't know, one of my friends used to have a bunch. I think he had one for, I think it was 5 Children It's, I think he said. I don't know how I remember that, but whatever. Next one is Tarzan 2, The Legend Begins. This, I think, is from 2005. I'm not 100% sure on that. I remember watching this a bunch when I was a kid. Never the original for some reason, always this. I guess because it was a prequel. But, you know, I was a weird child. Oh boy, here we go. Next one is the Aristocats. This is an old DVD, as you can tell from that. This is... If I had to take a guess, I'd say about... probably 2000, 2001. Probably around the same time that the Gold Classic Collection video and DVD came out in the States, which I think was about 2001. But anyways, I loved this movie when I was a kid, and I rewatched it recently on my flight back from Japan, and it hasn't aged as well. I mean, obviously I'm a kid, I love everything I see, but like, what can you do, really? Next one is Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows, the final battle for Metru Nui. I used to love these movies when I was a kid as well. I've owned all of them at some point. The first two on video, I think. And, well, yeah, I don't really have a lot else to say about this because I remember absolutely nothing about it. Somebody! It's motherfucking Shrek. Plus 3D, the story continues. This is a DreamWorks Home Entertainment release, I think from 2004, because I think it came out just before Shrek 2, or alongside it on DVD. All new Shrek 3D adventure. They have 2 discs, one for the movie and one for the 3D movie. And obviously Shrek 1 is a hell of a time. I remember I used to watch the 3D thing endlessly because I was a nerd. Next one is Spy Kids 3 Game Over, just the 2D version because I'm a pleb. This is, I suppose it's Dimension Miramax. I think it's from 2004. I didn't see this in the cinema, but immediately afterwards I saw Shark Boy and Lava Girl. When that came out, I saw it in the cinema, and I think for some reason I opted not to wear the 3D glasses for most of the movie, because I was a fucking idiot when I was... How old was I when that movie came out? Like 7? Sheesh, that was a long time ago. Oh, here's another one I watched the shit out of when I was a kid. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy in the Three Musketeers, which is, I think, from 2004. I watched this countless times, and I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I should probably give it a watch. And so I should probably give most of these another watch to see how my opinion on them has evolved since when I was a young and stupid kid. Well, I'm still a stupid 20-year-old, but you know, some things never change. Bit of a combo breaker from the kids stuff. We have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World here, a game changer according to Peter Travers of the Rolling Stone. This is a Universal release. Oops. From 2010. This is the American DVD because I loved this movie when I saw it in the cinema, and I wanted it for Christmas, but it didn't come out on DVD in this country until after Christmas, so my parents got the American version. Absolute mad heads. And I love this. It's like the design they've got going on the disc here. Next one is Finding Nemo, the 2-disc collector's edition. We're back on the Disney bullshit. This is from, I guess, 2004. I love this movie. I also love Finding Dory, and we've got... I mean, it's a more recent reprint, I suppose, because it's got the lame discs. But it's a 2-disc bonus edition, so I can't really complain. And it's Finding Nemo. I can't complain there either. Next one is the Rugrats movie, the full-length hit movie, with a bonus cat dog short. This is a Paramount release from, I'm not entirely sure when. It can't be too old because it's got the modern U certificate, but it can't be that new either because it's got the Paramount widescreen collection DVD thing. Does it say? One of the movies from 2003. I don't remember. I think the Rugrats movie I remember watching the most when I was a kid was Rugrats in Paris. But I watched the shit out of that video, but I'm pretty sure I also watched this quite a few times. Fucking Okie Dokie Jones, what a time. I need to rewatch this as well. I feel like I probably still really enjoy it. Because I'm a man of culture, what can I say? Next one, shit, is SpongeBob SquarePants Sea Stories, 10 Waterlogged Tales. This is a Paramount release. You can tell it's from 2002 because it's got the 90th anniversary shebang on there. And a Shanghai episode with 3 different endings. And all these, these are... Oh, the Jellyfish Jam is on here! What, man! Oh, boy. Oh, this has some cracking episodes on there. Life of Crime, No Weenies Allowed, the Sailor Mouth one. Oh, boy. This is... I watched these loads of times when I was a kid. It was mostly the bath one for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why that was the one I had the most affinity with, but, you know, whatever. I was a weird child. We've probably established as well by now. Next one, an extreme combo breaker from all the kids' stuff. Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise. the spectacular double disc set. This is a Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment release from 2005, which means this must be one of the very last Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment releases, because it became Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, I think either late 2005 or early 2006, I'm not 100% sure. But you can tell it's just a repackaging because it's got the old BBFC certificates on there. I'm not entirely sure when this was first released. Probably early 2000s. Oh boy, here we go. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Cracking film, Gromit. According to Empire, this is a DreamWorks release from 2006. I absolutely adore this movie. I have had this particular copy since the day after it was released. I believe it released the 20th of February 2006, and I've had it since the 21st. And particular furore, when my primary school would have, you know, those days where like, hey, we're gonna have a movie day, everybody bring in your movies. After I finished year 4, actually no, from when I was in year 4 until I finished primary school, for some reason my school had this bizarre rule where the DVD had to be rated U, or else it wouldn't be allowed to, you know, be picked for movie day. And PG there, the movie is a U, which is the only thing on here, but because of the bonus features, which includes the frankly terrifying short Stage Fright, it's a PG, and as a result it would never get picked, despite the fact, you know, it's Wallace and Gromit. Why would you not pick it? Next one is Madagascar Escape to Africa. Fantastically funny, according to Star Magazine. This is another DreamWorks release from, I guess, 2009. And this is the one Madagascar movie I have no memories with. But I saw the third one twice in the cinema. I saw the first one in the cinema as well, and also a bunch of times on DVD. I've got the DVD of it somewhere, but I've actually no idea where. Yeah, it's got some stickers for Monsters vs. Aliens, because that was about to be released in cinemas. I've just realised I've got some more childhood DVDs, so I'm going to go grab them. It's not going to be too long, with only, what, 4? Prolong it a little bit, but, you know, nothing wrong with that. So I'm just going to go about my business as normal with the next one, which is Shrek 2, which is another DreamWorks release. This one is from 2004. This is actually censored in this country. There's a bit towards the end where it looks like Princess Fiona's about to kiss Prince Charming. She headbutts him, but in this country we're like, oh no, we don't want the kids imitating them headbutts. So it was changed to, I believe, a neck chop, whereas in most other regions of the world it remained intact. And this went relatively unnoticed until I think the version on Netflix had the neck chop version, and there was a whole furore on Twitter like, holy shit, wait a minute, this was a headbutt, I remember it. What the fuck happened? But yeah, it was technically both. And again, another great movie. I've not seen Shrek the 3rd. Shrek the 4th isn't very good. But yeah, Shrek 2, you can't really go wrong with it, especially Far, Far Away Idol. Man, the amount of hours I spent on that as a kid. Because Simon Cowell always picking himself, the jammy bastard. Next one is Rugrats Go Wild. This is a snappy, zappy piece of family entertainment. This is a Paramount release from... it doesn't say. 2004. I don't think... I remember watching this movie when I was a kid, but not much compared to the other two, so I don't have as many memories of it, you know? And also this one's apparently not very good compared to the other two, whatever. Next one, we're getting a bit more recent now, Monsters vs. Aliens. Brilliantly funny, according to the people. The will of the people! This is a DreamWorks release from 2009. I didn't see this movie in a cinema, I don't think, but I watched it a lot on DVD, and it's a fun movie. It's obviously not DreamWorks' best, but like, it's still a good and fun time. I enjoyed it a lot. Next one is Valiant, with Ewan McGregor, Ricky Gervais, Tim Curry, Jim Broadbent, Hugh Laurie, John Cleese, and John Hurt. Featherweight heroes. 4 stars according to this person from Phone Hackers Incorporated. This is an entertainment in video release from very late 2005. I think this was actually, oh, look at that grey disc. Fucking hell. This is actually, I think, the last entertainment in video movie to get a video release. Or so I'm told, anyway. I'm not 100% sure. But that's what I've been led to believe. Next one is Flushed Away, the best animated movie of the year according to Empire, with bonus content for Super All Singing Slugs. This is a DreamWorks release from 2007. I loved this movie when I was a kid. I love anything Aardman, but I especially loved this because, you know, the slugs and just the fact that it's a really good movie. I rewatched it recently and it still holds up. It still made me cackle with laughter. Honestly. Aardman, man. They know what they're doing. Next one is Garfield 2, which is a 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment release from, I think, 2006. I think my mum bought this to me one day. I'm not entirely sure why, but she just did. And I watched it a bunch, obviously. And I enjoyed it. I remember, I don't have as many memories with the first Garfield as I do with this one for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. But whatever, I still enjoyed it. I probably should rewatch it, even though I know I'm going to hate it. Because apparently they're both garbage. And the next one is... Oh, I thought my music was going... Oh no, it's fading. That makes sense. Also, did I just say the next one? This is the final one for this part. And it is Robots. Sorry, which is another 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment release. This one's from 2005. I remember seeing this in the cinema and a shit ton of times on DVD. And I think this actually opens with, there was a turn your phone off thing that plays when it was released in cinemas, and it plays before the movie starts for a reason I'm not 100% sure of, because you're in the comfort of your own home. But whatever. And that is it for part 1 of my DVD collection. I hope you're going to enjoy these, because we've got some good ones coming up. I'm not 100% sure how many parts this is going to take or how long I'm going to take to do it. But, well, we'll see, I guess. It's going to be another wild ride. I'll see you in part 2.